Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because if anybody know about business, you don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. So I wired the money to the account. When I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money.
Floyd Mayweather, known for his flawless 50-0 record, lavish lifestyle, and love of flaunting wealth, recently broke down on live TV over a $42 million investment gone wrong, one that's reportedly shaking his financial empire. Rumors are swirling that the undefeated champ is headed toward bankruptcy. In response, Mayweather has been pulling attention-grabbing stunts to mask the damage, but the cracks are showing. With his money moves now in the spotlight, fans and media alike are watching closely as this financial fiasco unfolds. Let's take a closer look at what's really going on behind the scenes.
See shit, cause I wired like over 20-something in.
Right, make sure you had it.
Yeah, wired that in. Paid the 18, the suite, cause when.
Not long ago, Mayweather was the ultimate symbol of wealth, showing off his fortune like no other athlete ever did.
Does it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'll be the same person.
From private jets to a closet packed with luxury watches, Mayweather has long been a walking symbol of opulence. But ever since his 2017 retirement, whispers of financial trouble have followed him. Despite his perfect record, fans and critics alike have questioned whether Money Mayweather was as financially secure as he claimed. Those whispers grew louder as he continued to participate in exhibition matches and found himself caught up in controversy, raising even more eyebrows about his true financial state. Shutting down the critics in classic Mayweather style, Floyd dropped a jaw-dropping $42 million investment into affordable housing right in the heart of Manhattan. He announced the acquisition of 62 buildings, boldly claiming he financed the entire deal himself, no partners, no loans. Surprised? Don't be. While he's known for private jets and gold chains, Mayweather has quietly had his eye on real estate for years. Now he's expanding his empire in the Big Apple. The deal was closed in just a few months and has already been dubbed one of the biggest multifamily property deals of the year in New York.
Fight Floyd or something? Yeah. Did he pay you to do what happened?
No, he didn't pay me at all. He didn't pay me. I think I won that thing. I think I won. Didn't knock out a YouTuber in 8 rounds.
Floyd's my homie.
Well, tell him to pay me, bro.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But cracks soon surfaced in the so-called flawless investment. Property records didn't align with Mayweather's bold claims, sparking serious doubts and speculation.
My lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the record talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over, check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low, all my buildings, all belong to me.
The deal is undeniably massive, over 1,000 housing units bought as part of an effort to revitalize Upper Manhattan. But this isn't about luxury condos or high-end real estate. Mayweather's goal was to provide affordable housing, a mission deeply tied to his own humble beginnings. He's spoken about growing up dreaming of owning just one house, a simple wish that now fuels his business strategy. In interviews, he's emphasized that this investment goes beyond wealth. It's about giving back, helping communities, and finally doing something he's always wanted to, make a real difference.
And I'm pointing like this because all of it. You see right now, we're in Manhattan.
That's what we do.
All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Let's be real. Floyd Mayweather was out to silence the doubters, especially those claiming he was on the verge of going broke after retiring. Remember the talk back in 2017? Critics said he only took the Conor McGregor fight because he needed the money. But with his $42 million real estate deal, Floyd looked anything but broke. He was flexing in a whole new way, showing the world exactly where his money was going. The message was clear. Mayweather was still on top of his game. What made the move even bolder was Floyd's claim that he funded the entire deal himself. No partners, no outside money, just him. "I spent my own money," he said. "No one else is in on this." That level of confidence had everyone talking. But here's where things start to get murky. New reports suggest the story might not be so straightforward. Property records are raising eyebrows, and some sources say Mayweather may only own a stake in the buildings, not the full 1,000 units he claimed. So now the question is, how much of this empire is really his?
Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Feels a little shady, right? It's definitely raising eyebrows. Which leads to a wild question. Is Floyd just trying to save face, or is there a deeper game at play? Maybe he's hustling the system in a way we haven't seen before. Here's the twist. This kind of murky behavior isn't uncommon in the world of high-stakes money. But when it's someone like Floyd Mayweather, already known for his bold, flashy persona, the heat turns up fast. And let's be honest, this isn't his first time in the hot seat. Over the years, Floyd's been hit with accusations of scams, tax evasion, and sketchy business dealings. So while this latest controversy might not be surprising to some, it definitely adds another layer to the complicated financial legacy of one of boxing's biggest icons.
Because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
From backing risky ventures like crypto scams to blowing millions on a single casino spin, Floyd's no stranger to high-stakes gambles. He constantly claims to be boxing's richest man. Yet his numbers often leave even seasoned boxing experts scratching their heads, wondering what's real and what's hype.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life tell him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like.
That's BS. Something. That is
That
BS.
they said something.
Time out. He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You
Somebody.
think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen.
You know that's happening.
You certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
Floyd's boasted about earning $350 million in a single night, but not everyone's buying it. MMA fighter Chael Sonnen, for one, called it out, claiming the real number is closer to $60 million. So what's fact and what's just Floyd flexing for the spotlight?
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
It's cool.
yeah. What do you do with all this money?
Cash is key.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Behind the flashy watches and private jets, things are getting messy. Floyd's inner circle, including his lawyers and financial advisors, is working overtime to prevent the cracks from showing. They're doing constant damage control, trying to keep his brand afloat, while Floyd deals with mounting issues behind the scenes.
The reports, you mentioned 100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight, and not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year, over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
Word on the street is Floyd Mayweather's finances are far more than a little off. They're reportedly chaotic. Multiple offshore accounts are under audit. Some investment firms are apparently costing him in parts of his $400 million real estate deal. Turns out the assets he claimed are either wildly overvalued or not even liquid. It's a mess, and you know things are serious when Floyd's lawyers stop talking tough and start talking settlements. But what really caught fans' attention was a moment on the *$1 million worth of game * podcast a few weeks ago. Floyd showed up ready to flex, but during the interview, something shifted. When Gilly tried to clown him about his spending habits, Floyd went quiet, staring off for a moment. Then he dropped a bomb. "I ain't even going to lie. My money ain't where it used to be." The whole studio paused. Tension filled the room. Floyd quickly tried to laugh it off, saying, "But I'm rich forever, I'm always going to bounce back." But it didn't feel like confidence. It felt like a man trying to convince himself everything was fine. Sources close to him say his advisors are scrambling, trying to restructure his assets, cut deals, and even sell off parts of his watch collection. And if you know Floyd, selling his watches is like selling a piece of his soul. His entire lifestyle is built on showing off jets, cars, luxury living, and he uses social media to constantly remind the world he's still on top. But now it's clear there's a lot more behind that flashy exterior than anyone ever realized.
If Floyd Mayweather step away from the sports, say he retired, and then I do exhibitions and I do other things, oh, he's hurting for money. Look, I got a lot of problems. Money ain't one of my problems.
Floyd's money management has raised eyebrows with accusations of questionable decisions, risky promotions, and extravagant spending. Some are now wondering if he's losing touch with reality amid his lavish lifestyle and financial troubles. Circle back to Floyd Mayweather's real estate deal. What's the true story behind it? Is this investment a sign of growth, or is it just another move to prop up his image? It's tough to say. For years, Floyd has dominated headlines with his luxury lifestyle, but now he's taking a different route, attempting to build something substantial. Maybe he's ready to move past his history of gambling and extravagant displays of wealth, aiming to leave behind a lasting legacy. However, if he's being dishonest about the details of his $42 million deal, that could completely change the narrative. At the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather isn't just a boxer, he's a brand. And like any brand, he's constantly walking the fine line between what's real and what's just for show. Whether he's making strategic moves to secure his family's future or simply flexing for social media, one thing's certain: Floyd will always be in the spotlight. The real question is how much of it is genuine and how much is smoke and mirrors. Stay tuned, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video with more boxing updates.